Right, so today we're going to talk about shoulder impingement. So by that I mean sort of slight pain you get when you're raising your arm, or perhaps when you're doing some pressing movements, you're getting discomfort here, a bit of pain through there, okay? So some common reasons why this might be happening and what we can do to solve it, okay? So main reason it's probably happening is just we're a bit sort of tight through the sort of front here and through the trap here. So first point of call is to sort of ease out all that sort of tension, okay? So I'll suggest something like a lacrosse ball. So first of all, I want to release off sort of my trap here, so I can get the ball up against the wall, and then I can lean back and just into that position. I want to work across the top of my trap, and then also it's worth working all the way down around past the scapula around there, and I keep my sort of shoulder blade away as the ball works all the way down through here, easing out all that tension there, okay? So that's to release all the tension through there. We also want to release the tension sort of through here. So again, with the lacrosse ball, we can get it into sort of that pec minor area, and again against the wall into that position. So I'm looking to push it down into that position and then down the anterior delt a bit. If we've ever done sort of soft tissue work or something like that, so it does need to be a little bit painful to take all that sort of tension out. And then finally, we'll also do a chest stretch to open the chest. One of my favorite ones for this is simply onto a bench, keep your core tight, come out into like a Y position, and you're just going to hang there and let gravity do its thing. You take deep breaths, slowly let your body relax, and it should start to feel stretched out all through there and through there, okay? So I'm not going to do a full one there, but you want to be on that for about a good minute or something like that. Right, so once you've loosened all that off, you now have to think about what was weak and perhaps why you had that problem in the first place, okay? So the first point of call we'll probably go to is the rotator cuff. So I've tried to take things that you can all use at home, so something like a band, just tie it onto something. We can pull the band back, bring the elbow in line with the shoulder joint, not up in line with the top of the shoulder, in line with the shoulder joint, and then we're doing some rotation back into that. Just note how my shoulder just rotates. I'm not pulling back or anything like that. I'm just rotating into that position, and equally you can do some into there as well, okay? So work through the rotator cuff. Other exercises worth doing is we want to strengthen sort of lower trap, or the muscles that stabilize the scapula. So a good one for that is the trap 3 raise. So we can lean into this position, just support yourself. Notice how I want to pull my shoulder back and down and hold it into that position as I raise up into a Y. Slow down, release the shoulder, pull it back, down, and raise, okay? And it's that ability to stabilize the scapula or the shoulder blade while we're lifting into that position. Works all those sort of stabilization muscles around there. And then another great muscle that's probably, well, very commonly overlooked is the serratus anterior. And that's a muscle that allows the shoulder to go forwards into that position, okay? So you might have seen serratus push-ups or things like that before. But if we're in a lot of pain at the moment and we want to do it something much more controlled, we can use a band or a cable into that position. And then if you watch, I can just push the shoulder through and back down, push through and back down, okay? So sort of in summary there, we need to be releasing off what's tight and causing tension. That'd be like things like pec minor, anterior delt, upper trap, and then round the scapula. And then we want to be strengthening muscles like the rotator cuffs and the lower traps just to stabilize that shoulder to stop this problem happening again. And on top of that, obviously just following a much more sort of balanced and structural program as you go along to sort of make sure we don't have any of these problems in the first place.